You're watching the Wellness Hour, news that makes you healthier. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, how small improvements made to your smile could make a big difference in not only how you feel about yourself, but how others perceive you. With us, we have an expert on this topic. We've had him on the program before, Dr. Don Brown. Dr. Brown, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Randy. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Nice to be back.
Knowing that you're out here, coming out, I've been looking around, and I feel like I can spot those big giant veneers.
Right.
You see the housewives shows, right?
Right.
There's always one of them with the big teeth.
Right.
In fact, in movie making, if you want to make a guy look phony, you give him big giant fake veneers.
Right.
So how much is art and how much is science? How much is in your judgment? And do people want those big giant fake teeth?
No.
So whose fault is that? Is that the dentist?
I think sometimes, I'll take that back, maybe some people do. I've had patients ask me to do something a certain way, and I knew it wouldn't function right. I knew that sooner or later it would break down. So for me, it's got to be functionally correct.
What does that mean? I don't know what you mean.
It means that when the jaw's in the right place, the teeth are in the right place, and as their jaw moves through excursions and they chew and speech, I mean, you don't want to give somebody beautiful teeth and they start lisping.
So you say, though, that you fix their smile, and they like change afterwards.
Right. I have one lady in mind. A couple ladies in mind. I can show you pictures of before and afters in a minute. But she came in and she had, they were healthy teeth, but very yellow and kind of rotated and crooked. One crown didn't seem to match any of the other teeth. And so we went through the same routine, photos, a lot of discussion and models and wax ups. And she elected to treat, and she had just a beautiful smile. I mean, just beautiful smile. We put it on our computer all the time. And she came back, I'd say about 3 or 4 months later. I like to have them back, check the bite, and just make sure everything's going well. And she had lost about 30 of the 50 or 60 she ultimately lost. She had her name changed from Barbara to Sophia.
Is that right?
True. And she was such a fun lady, and I run into her from time to time. It's just wonderful to
like a new identity.
And we laugh. We just laugh about it, and I'm so happy that she's so happy that she has sought to add to the improvement of her smile by doing other things. So she recently got engaged. So, well, I'll tell you about another lady that I was so embarrassed. I walked out in the reception room and she had a hold on my arm and said, "Don't you say hello to me anymore." And I looked at her and I said, "Joan." So she came in and she was, I'd say, mid-70s, and she had real brown teeth, spaces in her teeth. She wanted to know what she could do cosmetically. And I said, well, same thing we always do. You take photos, and what would you like changed? And she would tell me, and we'd show her some cases that we had done.
So you show them pictures on a computer.
I think probably no matter what your problem is, I've got it, patients I've treated in a similar fashion and show you the results. And you can kind of get a real-time view of what we're going to be doing for you before we get into the wax-ups. But you want to see those photos?
Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
So Joan came in. You can see the smile. She looks like you'd see a lot of ladies walking around the malls and stuff. And so we got done with her. It was just 8 veneers. I mean, very simple veneers. Her tissue was healthy. Her teeth were healthy. Her bite was good. And she had a little kind of a tight smile normally, tissue-wise. So we did 8 veneers. And
it's very nice.
And you can see the before and afters are nice. And so about 6 months went by, and this is when I ran into the reception room. I don't know what I was doing out there, but she kind of grabbed my arm and said, "Joan, would you say hello?" I said, "Joan?" And it was really, really wonderful. I mean, she had really done a lot of work in the gym, and her diet had changed, and she had lost a fair amount of weight. She had, I know she had some work done on her face. I didn't ask her what it was, but and her hair was totally different. She had jewelry and a nice dress, and it was an amazing transformation. When I look at those photos, and I almost think it's a reverse of the aging process. Because she looks at, you look at those photos, you see the bottom photo is her after, I'd say at least 6 to 8 months later. And if you just work up the progression, you can almost like she's aged in front of you. And in the process, she's reversed. I mean, it was really fun. I was astounded.
What did they say? Like, what did she tell you personally?
I just had this happen yesterday. I was having lunch, and a patient I had done in 2008, I remember it well, and she kept looking at me, and Marcia? And she came over and she said, "I have to tell you, you have changed my life forever." And I was stunned. All we did was 8 teeth, I think, something like that. Gave her a beautiful smile, and she looked like $1 million. She's probably around 70, 65 or 70. And she kept going on. It's embarrassing. I mean, it felt great, you know.
So you're out to dinner because you're out
Just
here
afternoon
in
lunch,
California,
right,
and
right.
she just goes up to you and she's bragging about you.
Well, it was nice, you know, my wife
Good for you.
and I was there, and she kind of ate that up, but it was nice. Felt really good, I have to say. That's why we do this. You know, it's hard work. I mean, you spend a lot of time worrying about your patients. You want to be sure they're happy. Anybody can prep teeth and put crowns on them. It's not that complicated. It really isn't. But to do it with a degree of predictability, so the patient's going to know what it is. They're trying the temporaries out. When they get the permanents, it's just, they love their temporaries. It's such a step up, and then they go to the permanents and another step up in terms of texture and color and refined margins.
Now, I get guys on this show, right?
Okay.
And I would say that the majority of you know, we interview a lot of medical doctors, but the dentists that come on the show, they only have like 3 photos.
Mm-hmm.
You have thousands of photos.
I do. Mm-hmm. Well, you learn from your own work.
But why are you getting photos and they're not? Are the patients
Well, I
more
think-
likely possible to
I
say,
think,
hey, use my photo?
To be honest with you, I think the people that are doing this at the level we're doing it, every single one of those guys and ladies has photos. I promise you they have exactly what I have.
So there's a lot of training that goes into this?
I think it doesn't happen in dental school. You have to go postgraduate. You have to go to learning continuums, start with small steps. I mean, I've been doing this 40 years now.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Randy.
Dr.
It's
Brown.
always good
a
to see
pleasure.
you.
Good stuff. And will this be on your website? They can look at some
I
of your
think
before and
every one of
afters?
those is on the website. There's about 100 on the website. So.
Okay, good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You've been watching The Wellness Hour. I'm Randy Alvarez for now. I wish you good health.
Thanks for watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news with your host, Randy Alvarez, the authority on health issues.